Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ian Tarrantula. So obviously you know me from keeping a lot of tarantulas, but actually before I was keeping spiders, I used to keep exotic reptiles. And I'd like to introduce you to one of my new additions. Everybody, this is Suzie. Now Suzie is a Tricolor Hognose snake. She is nearly fully grown. She's just over 2 foot. She's got a little bit of bulking out to do, but she's nearly there. I've had her for just over a year now, and I've got her as a little tiny worm, and she is now nearly an adult, and she is absolutely beautiful. She is very, very food driven. It wouldn't put it past me if now she'll start trying to take a little bit of a chunk out of my hand, because she loves to eat, and she could probably smell my dog on my hands, because I didn't wash them before I picked her up, which was schoolboy error on my part. Yeah, she is an absolutely beautiful animal, and one that I have just loved to keep, and she has been a fantastic snake. Now, as you can see, they are red, black and white. The red does eventually fade on these, but she's still got a bit of the reds in them, but as she's getting older, she is starting to lose that, so it wouldn't surprise me if eventually she does go full black and white. They mimic the coral snake in South America with the patterns. Now they are mildly venomous. They are rear-fanged venomous. I've never had any symptoms, so I don't know whether I've actually been envenomated when she has bitten my fingers. She's not an aggressive snake. She's just very, very food driven, and she just thinks that my hand's a nice big mouse. Yeah, she's not aggressive in any way. She's just the perfect snake. She is beautiful. She is coming up to a shed, but I don't know. I will try and get some decent footage, but you can see they actually have a lovely iridescence in the scales, so they get that rainbow sheen. Yeah, so in this video I'm going to show you her new setup. She hasn't actually been in it yet, so she's been living in a 2 foot tank at the moment, or vivarium, should I say, wooden vivarium, but I've actually upgraded her now, so she is now in her forever home, or she's going to be in her forever home in this video. So just going to show you what I've got for heating and lighting and general sort of like tips that you'd need if you were looking to get one of these snakes. Now, you don't see them very often in the UK. There is a few breeders that I know of, but I mean, it would be amazing one day if I could actually breed this girl and have a few more on the market. Now, the only downside to keeping these snakes is they are very short-lived. They generally only live for around about 8 years, but that's still quite a long time, you know, for certain reptiles that, like if you're into keeping chameleons or something like that, they're very short-lived. I have got attached to this girl, so it will be heartbreaking when she finally does go, but I've got many years to go yet, and I'll make the most of it. Yeah, so she is just an absolutely beautiful snake. Yeah, so right, enough of me waffling on. Let's show you her new home. Okay guys, so this is the UVB light that I'm going to be putting into Suzie's enclosure. This is the Arcadia 7% UVB ShadedDweller terrestrial. Now, this you would find if you were keeping leopard geckos or any sort of like species that require sort of like zone 1 to zone 2 in the Ferguson levels, in the Ferguson zones, should I say. Arcadia are pretty well known for their reptile products, one of the best on the market, and pretty much all of my stuff that I keep for my reptiles are Arcadia products. So that is including the deep heat projector that will be in Suzie's enclosure. So yeah, so let's just get this put in, and then we can take a look at the vivarium a little bit better with some lighting in there. Just a quick one, guys. So I will link everything that I use in the description below, the affiliate link to every product that I have If you buy it through that link, then it just gives me a little bit back, and everything that I earn from my affiliate links goes back into the channel. So there's all the bits at the bottom. There's the bag of bits. And the cable. So you get a UK plug for an on-off switch, and it looks like it's an extension cord. I think these can be linked as well, so you can link more than one together. Yeah, so you can actually, if you see that end and that end has connectors, so you can link these together if you wish to. One's going to be enough for a snake. Like I say, they don't require a high amount of UVB. They are a forest kind of snake, so they don't see too much UVB, but I think it's beneficial to give them you know, at least some sort of light, to give them a day-night cycle. That's definitely beneficial for the snakes, 100%. Okay guys, so as you can see here, there is the DP projector. I've put a cage on it to stop her from burning herself on the actual bulb itself. Just below that I've got a nice bit of slate so she can get some belly heat if she requires it. She can also burrow underneath it as well. But yeah, let's get this this light up. Perfect. Okay, so right, let's get the guard. Oh, these are quite difficult to put on. Damage the shield. There we go. That's on there. That's perfect. Put the bung in this end to stop any moisture or anything getting into it. Okay, so the bulb's in, now it's the time, the moment of truth. Hey, look at that. So we have a working UVB bulb. And now it's time to add some decor. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add a few sort of like flat bits of cork bark in and around her enclosure. Now, Hognoses are a burrowing species, so they don't need a massive amount of decor. Just a few cluttery bits here and there. Let's put a bit in the corner there to kind of hide the probe for the thermostat. So what I have got in her old Viv is her humid hide, what she uses when she sheds. And there is one of her most recent sheds in there, so we will put this back in the corner and we will add a bit more moisture in there as well because it's a bit dry. A few more bits of cork bark from her old hide, which will have her scent on, and this nice bit of wood to go along the back. I think that'll be just about right. except these little bits of plants just to hide her humid hide a little bit. Now I did consider adding live plants, but where she's a burrower, she'll probably like totally destroy them, so I decided against it for now. If anyone has ever done a live planted setup with this species or closely related species, let me know. I'd love to be able to have a look and see how you've done it. Any sort of like suggestions, please pop them down in the comments below or drop me a DM on any of my social media pages. She's absolutely going to love this extra space that she's getting now. So it's a full foot wider than her older Viv, and it's deeper as well and a little bit taller. Now this vivarium I bought from my local reptile shop, that is Reptasia in Basingstoke. They custom build their own vivariums. Now this one I've had glass lined as well, and it's fully sealed, so it will not rot. Now we use glass lined ones in all the Vivs in the shop, and they've lasted years and years and years. You know, we've had some real humid, moisture dependent, high humidity reptiles kept in them, and they still hold strong today. So I have my full trust in these Vivs. So if you're on the lookout for a new vivarium, I do highly recommend them. Right, so now it's time to get Suzie in. Let's see if I can get her out of her Viv without her biting my fingers. Okay, Suzie. Look what I've got for you. So guys, that's it from me for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more of Suzie, please don't forget to subscribe and drop a like on the video as well. I'd much appreciate it. Every little like helps. Yeah, so from me in the animal shed, I'll see you next time.